Hello again. Welcome to my Tea Time Tuesday, and yeah, doing it here in the kitchen today only because I figure it's just a little bit. Let me put you down. You can't even see the plates. Yeah, because the whole moving thing, a lot of things are just like all over the place right now, so I just decided just to do it here. So right now this is how the table looks like, and I really don't have much going on here. I don't have the tray obviously, but yeah, I just put like a napkin down here, and we're having chamomile tea, so that's how it looks like. And like I said, I always like the color of the tea, so that's what we're having today. Pour some in there, and we are going to try I got these Sunbest fruit-filled biscuits, strawberry flavor, and these I got at Dollar Tree. So let's open these up. Let's see. The best way I know how to open any kind of these packages, they always have that, like this little flip, if you can see. So I always tend, you know, to try to open it from there if I can. Oh, perfect. I did it. So I always try to, you know, open it from that little flap. So let me take out, I don't know, they look like they're individually wrapped. So let me open, yeah, they are. They're individually wrapped, which is a good thing because this way it does keep them fresher. That's how they look. And again, I always look for that little flappy thing in the middle and try to pull it apart. It's kind of hard sometimes. And then I just pull them apart again. And there we go. And that's how they look like. And then I had every time, I'm like, what? Hello? Oh, I'm fine, but I'm in the middle of something. Can you call me back in about another 20 minutes or so? You didn't sign. Ah, man, like she was upset because I couldn't, you know, talk to her. It's like, my number is, no, you know what? No. If you're gonna be like that, I'm not gonna talk to you at all, period. I'm not gonna call you back. Okay, so these are also these, I'm pretty sure you've seen these wafer biscuits as well, and I got these also at Dollar Tree. Now I'll tell you why I'm covering it up in a minute. I know there's not a lot of light in here, but let's try these first, okay? Let's try these biscuits. Oh, they came off. There's hardly nothing in there. Not like it shows on the package. So, what were they? Strawberry? They're hard. I mean, there's hardly nothing in there. And they're really hard. I mean, and look at the package. Does that look the same? No. No. It's almost like you're being fooled. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even look like the package on front. You can barely taste anything. They're hard. These, a fail. Don't buy them. I can always count on my tea to taste good. That's for sure. And I think I have this on the opposite, right? This was supposed to go in here. And this was supposed to go here. I'm like, something looks off. Okay, so I'll tell you about the other biscuit. So the other biscuit, which I love sugar wafers, and sometimes I've seen them a little bit more orangey than this, but I was like, well, let me buy them because I like them. It's like almost like buying the circus nuts. They're kind of like marshmallowy, and I really like those. And that's usually kind of like the color. The circus peanuts are usually the color of the wafers, but they have vanilla. And I said, God, they're really light, but that's okay. I like these nevertheless. I can eat a whole package of them. But as I was trying them, and I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong. So I'm eating them, and believe me, this tastes a lot better than this. I don't know, maybe this would taste good if you dip it like in coffee, or maybe a tea with the milk, like regular tea with milk, with cream. I mean, it's still okay, but yeah. Anyway, so I bought these. I can eat a whole pack. I love sugar wafers. I really do, really do. I like the vanilla, strawberry. Not really fond of the chocolate, but if they're a good kind, yeah, I will eat the chocolate. Been looking forward to this tea for a long time. Anyway, so I couldn't figure out why, you know, that cookie, that sugar wafer didn't taste as sweet as I thought. It was, you know, something's missing. And then I noticed on the package, sugar-free. I was like, no wonder it was missing. It was missing that flavor. And I was like, darn it. I should have, sometimes you really have to look at the package before you buy things. And I was like, wow. But I said, well, I'll know better for next time. So next time I'll definitely make sure that it doesn't say sugar-free. Even though I really do have to stay away from sweets, because I have been eating a lot of sweets lately. So trying to steer away from that. No. Okay. And so, all right. I'm gonna put those away. I really do like chamomile tea. I really do. I could drink the whole pot. That one, and what was the other one? That that True Berry from Celestial. That's so good. Oh, and the kava one with the stress relief, that one's really good too. Okay, so let's get in to the book. So when I was reading, I'm still on this one, The Exile for Dreamers, and I forgot to bring my glasses. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this without squinting too much. So we were on chapter, what was it? Chapter 17, The Guardian. Okay, so I did read you, what do you call it? Dangerous. It was chapter 17. But The Guardian came out to be a little bit better. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is what I like when two characters, usually they end up liking each other because of their indifferences from each other, and that kind of like, that's what attracts them, because their characters are, their characters are different to each other, and sometimes that's when it creates conflict between a relationship. And so in Dangerous, what was it, in 17, it was, let's see, okay. Oh, I think she was telling Emma that she wasn't the marrying type because of the, she was always, because of the way Miss Chow, the trainer, was teaching the girls how to fight and stuff like that. So then we came down to discussing the alternatives to Mr. Sinclair. Sarah and Maya were talking about building the, I don't know if it was not a ship, but some kind of vessel. And they were discussing what other, kind of items it can, like, what other kind of weapon can they make. So I don't know if it was Sarah or Maya, but she thought of a crossbow and arrows with explosives tied around it. And it was like some explosives tied around a spear. That's what harpoons are. Okay, so it's more like a spear. And then McDowell hired 3 men to watch over the house, and Lord Ravencross, who was Gabriel. And Tess was relieved that Ravencross would be protected and looked after. But then in a sense she was like, okay, well, because Ravencross or Gabriel is going to be looked after, there's no need for him having to have me or Tess to watch over Gabriel. So she kind of like felt bad about that. Well, not really bad, but kind of sad. And so then there was no need for her service to run. She was talking about making rendezvous to his room and watching him while he sleeps. So Gabriel stood and asked if he can call on her the next day. And she's like, for what? And he goes, oh, well, to do whatever gentleman does when they call on a lady. And Tess goes, well, she's not at the point right now where she's entertaining any callers. And Gabriel reminds Tess that, well, you're not just another girl that I'm, trying to escort or be a beau to. You're my fiance. And then she's like, no, we're not betrothed. And he's like, and she, incapable of looking, and she was like, didn't need to have a fiance, didn't need anybody to look after her, and that she was capable of looking after herself. So Tess tells him the one who needs looking after is him, and she goes, why don't you just go home and go and take care of your shoulder? In other words, just leave. And so Gabe kind of took a few steps closer. Evidently, he didn't like what he heard. And so he got close to her and says he regrets saying that that she was brave and risked her life, but that it was foolishness. Oh, because she did that rendezvous, visiting him in his bedroom, and she had to climb a tree and get into a window and all that stuff just to, to sneak into his room to make sure that he was okay. And she just, sat there like in a corner watching him. And he said that was really brave of her. And he goes, well, I made a mistake. That was foolish, what you did. So then she's like, oh, that's better, she admits. Better to trust, better to joust, engage in. So she said, better to joust. In other words, it was like back in the day, jousting was like in the 1800s, like, to, what were they called? Those guys in armors with the sword, and they ram into each other for entertainment. Then out of duty. In other words, better to joust, engage in a contest they did in the medieval times, than for him to do anything out of duty. So the charming Miss Chadwick, what did he say? Oh, there was another, I guess it was the judge and his son. Well, he had a different opinion of her, and said that it was charming. Mr. Chadwick had a different opinion, taunting Gabriel. And he said, well, that's not what the judge thought. And she goes, Gabe gave a deep breath, and it moved even closer. His breath, he had gotten so close to her that she was able to feel the tickle of his breath, on her cheek. So he reminds her again that that they were betrothed. So he's again telling her, yeah, we aren't engaged. Plus, it was and he goes, but it was the father who gave you that compliment, and not the son. So okay, so So that got Tess mad. She crossed her arms, and she goes, and how tedious are you to go? He goes, you must be really tedious. You just go and tattle your way home. Fine. Oh, he didn't like that neither. So she goes, he goes, fine. Those are fine words coming out of a lady who claims she wanted to run her lips on over my scars, because he has some kind of scars. I don't know if it was on his shoulder or something. And her mouth just flew open, like she couldn't believe what he said. And she's like, ah! So that made me laugh. So then she goes, her mouth flew open. She took a deep breath and she called him, you scoundrel. Can't believe he said that. My tender left, leaving her standing there like so he kind of like just left her standing there like a dragon who lost her fire, and he just started laughing. I started laughing, and Tess ended up having another dream that night, but it wasn't prophetic or anything like that. And yeah, it was just her trying to save the girls, and heard the mistress and the mistress from attack. Lucian and now, because this whole thing started because they thought Lucian, Gabriel's brother, had been killed, and now she feels like because of this guy, I think we really should kill him now. It's all his fault. So unlike the maids were filling. Oh, there was this one maid, and she was filling the lamps, and because Gabriel had already, kind of was leaving. And she was telling Tess that, Gabe stomped his way out of here looking furious, like being put out. And then Tess goes, yeah, well, he was, because of what She had told him. And although she knows that she has no future with no one, she still missed him. So she knows there's nothing really gonna, nothing really could happen between them. So she's like, nevertheless, she's kind of still likes him and still going to miss him, even though she won't be around, like, again, to watch over him, because he already has people to to watch and protect them. So that's where they're at now. So obviously they got under each other's goat, if you know what I mean. She got him mad, and he got her mad, and she got him mad again, so mad that he stomped out of the house. So now he's really angry. So I got a feeling we're going to be seeing more of that between the both of them, back and forth until somebody breaks. So I can't wait to continue reading it, and I'm going to try to continue reading Christmas on Main Street. I haven't been able to catch up on that one, but I'm going to try again to read at least a couple of chapters tonight. Okay, guys, so that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked hearing about the Tess and Gabe, and we'll see what happens in the next chapters. So, like a fish in the sea, so glad you caught me, and yeah, we'll catch you in my next video. Have a good day, have a blessed day, stay safe, bye.